Hi Aries, welcome to your December 2017 overview reading. This is good for you if you are Sun, Moon, or Rising Aries. I always recommend that people watch all three to get a full picture for the month. And let's see what comes through for you. And then I'd also like to give a huge shout out and thank you to every single one of you who likes and shares and subscribes. I'm dropping cards all over the place. Thank you to those of you who work with me one-on-one. You guys are what make this channel possible, and I thank you so much for all the support. And yeah. And then stay tuned at the end if you're interested in getting a love and romance reading. I will give you all of the details on that because those are going to be coming out at the end of December. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and start with an angel card. Let's see what's coming through for Aries in December. I'm the angel of happy families. A happy change or addition is coming into your family. Okay, so this is great if you're interested in having kids. Otherwise, you know, this could be something really, it's all about things that are domestic in nature. So in terms of, you know, a happy change to your family could even mean a new home. So really think outside of the box, like in terms of what you need support in for your family or whatever that is for you, even if it's just you and a cat. It's a positive change in that respect, in whatever your family is or whatever that looks like. Okay, and then the other message we have is empowerment. The determination of your mind and soul will guide you towards unleashing inner power. Very, very Aries of Paulina Cassidy. So I'm just gonna straighten everything out. Okay, and then if you watched the November reading, then you know I asked everyone for some feedback on whether or not you guys like timelines, and it was a pretty mixed bag. So I've compromised in terms of you know, what exactly I'm doing. So I'm not going to be reading like the environment or love life for the timeline. It's going to be strictly like advice based and reading the growth period so that there's no expectation on, you know, what happens throughout the month. It's kind of, you know, leaving room for life to happen. All right. Okay, let's see what's at the core of the spread. We have Page of Pentacles, a new physical beginning, a new project, getting started on something new. Let me see what the crossing card is. Queen of Swords. So it really is about like you want to get things done on your own, independently, and just really push forward with your goals. You know, not holding back, just being completely empowered to make things happen. And so this is one of those things where with the Queen of Swords, it's like just to make sure you're not in such a state of independence that you're not willing to accept or ask for help. That's kind of the danger of the Queen of Swords, is having an attitude of, well, I don't need help at all. And so with this new project, the Page of Pentacles, you might actually want to recruit someone or ask for assistance, guidance, a consultation. I mean, you know, talking to experts might be helpful as well. So the energy that's shifting out this month is the King of Wands. And so this is you really being in your flow. And what it looks like is this has transformed into you actually starting something new. So taking all of that energy that you have and putting it into a new project is where this is coming from. But this amount of energy is going to be evolving over the course of the month. Now, what you have coming in is Temperance. See, so this, it's like you can only handle so much fire, even as a fire sign. You know, there's always the push and pull, the pendulum swing between those two things. And so this just looks like you're coming into some balance and some equilibrium within yourself, your attitude, your approach, your goals. All of that stuff is up for evaluation, and you're really going to be coming into a place where you have more balance just in your day-to-day. Okay, your goal for the month is the Queen of Chalices. So it looks like, again, that fire and water, that yin and yang, is really going to be the focal point of you achieving, emotional balance. So it's kind of like, if you look at the King of Wands as like the work, the fire, the motor that's making things happen. And then the Queen of Chalices is that divine femininity, emotional support and stability. You're able to get both of those, the nurturing and the person who's like cracking the whip for you to get things done. It's about achieving both of those. So it looks like you need a little bit more of the Queen of Chalices energy. So make sure that you are reaching out to people that you think are good models for that, behaviors that you would like to incorporate more of into your life. So, reach out to your Pisces friends and your Cancer friends and your Scorpio friends, because they are more likely to have some information that you can start to incorporate into your own life. And in the subconscious, we have the Three of Wands. So this is you wanting good things to come in and having the ability to create that. So all of that is sitting underneath the surface, your ability to produce and create. And then the advice for you is the Hierophant. Okay, so here we have, you know what? Before I say anything, I want to clarify that. Justice. Okay. Now, if you're dealing with a legal issue, I know this is kind of a specific piece of advice, but if you're dealing with a legal issue, you absolutely want support at this time. Go back to the rule book, look to law, look to your lawyer friends, ask around. You want to get as much information as possible. And if you're dealing with any type of issue that needs to be resolved or a problem that needs a solution, turn to the rule book, turn to the rules, because there's insight for you in whatever guidebook, handbook, whether it be in a school or place of employment. It's kind of like, if you just do some digging, you're going to get support. Otherwise, this is following your own sense of morals and ethics, which is going to be, as long as you have clear boundaries around that, it's making decisions, because we have justice. So making these decisions about moving forward in wherever direction you're going based on your own principles, which, believe it or not everyone does. So if you have that within yourself, it's a really great time to just focus in and say, I'm going to act out of principle rather than immediate desire. Okay, the environment is the Knight of Wands. So this could be another fire sign coming into your space. This could be the person who's helping you problem solve, the person who's helping you achieve balance within your own independence and with getting help and insight from other people. Because that, the Temperance, what's showing up here is there's a need for balance between the Queen of Swords, that independence and asking for help, as well as the masculine, feminine, the fire and water, the dark and the light. All of that is coming up to be balanced out. So if you've been really, really fiery on the go all the time, you're probably going to be met with a need for rest, a need for play, a need for self-care. So it's just, karmically, we're working things out so that they can achieve balance and equilibrium. And so that, it looks like the Knight of Wands is helping you with that. Okay, and hopes and fears, we have Two of Pentacles. So this is just some resistance to wanting to make decisions. It's kind of like you would rather have someone else kind of take it off your plate, but at the end of the day, you can't really get around that. And the outcome of December, we have Ace of Swords. So I'm going to go ahead and clarify this card as well. This one's pretty straightforward. It's just, nope, I would rather, it's not wanting to have any options. But let's see clarity for the end of December, where it leaves you off. Six of Wands, moving on. And it's kind of like, yes, you can have victory here, but you also want to, or I think, no, this is Six of Swords. I'm sorry. So same thing. It's, you're moving on, you're moving away from the things that aren't working, and you're moving into things that, do work and are in alignment with you. I am also going to clarify Temperance. This just means that you're going to need to purge some stuff. You're going to have to leave a few things behind, and this looks like thought forms. It looks like there's some ideas or limiting beliefs that just are not helpful anymore. Excuse me. So make sure that you are letting go of the things if you are feeling out of alignment or kind of icky about them. Then just honor that feeling and don't ignore that. Okay, so the oncoming energy, we have Five of Coins. So this doesn't look like oncoming disappointment. It's more of the realization of, oh, I can't survive by going 150 miles an hour nonstop, 24/7, go, 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 go. It's kind of like this disappointment is just coming from a state of you having the realization of, oh, right, I am a human being. I do need balance. I do need both. I do need all of those things. And sometimes we get a little bit disappointed or hard on ourselves when we realize our own humanity. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to clarify the Knight of Wands for you guys as well. I just feel really called to do that. Son of Wands. Okay, no change. So this is just what this tells me is that I already gave you all of the information that you need from this, is that this person is here to help you. And so make sure that you're allowing, you're receptive to their help. Now I'm going to get into the timeline. So this is first, second, third, fourth quarter. So this is where you leave off at the end of the month, and this is where you start. So first we have sensual expression. Really doing work around your second chakra, and that is where all of your sensual expression comes from. So if you've worked with me in the past, you know that there's a lot of stuff that goes on with boundaries, self-care, all of that stuff has to do with second chakra. And so your sensual expression is really coming to the forefront, and it looks like there's a need for balance within your second chakra. That's what this is ringing as. And then we have Eight of Coins. And so this is all about, the sensual expression is, the way that you can kind of get around working really hard, because it looks like if you've just had your nose to the grindstone for so long, you do need to kind of tap into that self-care. And so just keep that in mind, that this is going to be really helpful moving forward. Okay, second quarter growth period endings. Leaving something behind, and this is where, the outcome for the month is the clarifier was Six of Swords, but it looks like this process of ending things happens much earlier. So it's just about, going through this month and really evaluating what works for me, what doesn't work for me. The clarifier is the Nine of Coins. So I would not be surprised if you let something go, then you'll have an inflow of abundance like crazy. And it's interesting because I've seen this happen so many times when people let go of the things that aren't working for them or that are causing them a lot of stress, as soon as they let it go, all of this abundance pours in. If you have crappy friends that you want to let go of and you want to end the relationship with, if you let them go, you are making so much more space for, I mean, even money to come in, because money is energetic just like anything else. Okay, so this is a really good sign that once you shift all of that out, there's going to be a huge amount of support, energy, time, money that comes in. Okay, so third quarter, we have initiation. And this looks like when your new project really starts to take form, whether it be creative, professional, domestic, whatever it is that you're getting started. It looks like you kind of have to take some time to get your bearings at the, in the beginning, and then you're able to, you come back to having some energy to get that initiated. And then we also have 5 of coins. So again, this is like, just being hard on yourself. The 5 of coins is just the way I'm reading this is it's like you are a little bit disappointed that you can't just maintain this really high energy King of Wands blasting through, going nonstop. It's like that's not sustainable, even for the fieriest of people. What goes up must come down, at least temporarily. So just recognize your humanity and that nobody is judging you for this. So you are a human. You also deserve time and rest and energy just like the rest of us. Okay, and the fourth quarter growth period, we have expectations. Again, more energy of being hard on yourself, like you expect things to go at a certain pace or go a certain way and look and feel a certain way, but it's not really panning out. And the clarifier for that is Ace of Swords. So again, we have things are going to be okay. You just have to understand that they may not look exactly the way you want them to while they're happening. So just be open-minded throughout all of this. Okay, let's see. So I have 2 decks that I'm going to be using for a 3-card pick. So you can pick like one of each, all 3. Maybe a few cards. If you want to ask a specific question, or, I'm using a romance deck or like the Tarot of Sexual Magic. So if you want to apply that to a relationship, you can. This is just for you, just your reading. So do what you like with it. All right, card number 1, Queen of Swords. Again, this is watch yourself. I'm getting watch out for this. Yes, this is great, and I strongly identify with the Queen of Swords, like that need and desire to do everything yourself and just put your blood, sweat, and tears into something, and being able to step away and say, look at what I've done. Look at this amazing thing I've created. That's absolutely a beneficial attitude, but, in excess, it can be more harmful than beneficial. So just look out for that. Make sure that you are trying to incorporate balance as best as you can. Okay, card number 2, we have King of Wands. So this actually is ringing as another person. This is ringing as your support person. It's kind of like you're able to either manifest this person or they're already in your space. So if you are looking for, say, a business partner or a consultant or someone a financial advisor, anything like that, I would say make sure that you're being intentional with the idea of who you want to call into your space. This could even, if you're looking for a partner, if you want like a fiery, intense partner to support you, you can absolutely manifest this person. You just have to have a clear vision of what you want and make sure that you're being intentional with what you're asking for. Card number 3, we have the Empress. So this is taking time for yourself to step into the feminine energies and getting support from the feminine forces, people, and environments that are around you. So this is a great time to collaborate with people who are, really motherly and gentle and patient and kind. People who exhibit those qualities are going to be great space holders for this process that you're going through. So don't take that for granted. Really step into, calling in this support person. Okay, card number 1, we have the Sun. Vibrance, vitality, passion, a deepening connection with those around you. This is fun, having a good time, celebration. All of those wonderful things are kind of yours for the taking. You just kind of have to, if you want that, you kind of have to turn the dial down on some other things so that you have room for this. Card number 2, we have the Emperor. So this is someone who, it could be a reference to like a father figure or a partner that you have, but this is a really strong, stable, masculine force that or individual who's in your space. If you feel like you're kind of in this transitional period and you are really looking to incorporate more of the masculine, I'm not getting that that's going to ring true for very many of you, but I'm also getting the message that it's like this could also be you stepping into that masculinity. I think that for the majority, this is going to be kind of a cool down period where you need to incorporate more of the feminine, but this could also be you stepping up into a masculine role and pushing forward with things, especially if it's business oriented. If that's the top thing on your priority list, then it's, harnessing those masculine qualities to push the project forward. Card number 3, we have Knight of Swords. This is just about having someone who is able to conceptually brainstorm with you. So this looks like someone that you're able to share ideas with and work on projects with, and a person who provides a lot of good insight. So, this person is here to help you as well. Okay, and don't forget, if you are interested in getting a 2018 love and romance reading, then make sure you sign up for my newsletter. It's in the description box. If you're looking to work with me one-on-one or ask a single question, make sure you check everything out in the description box. All of the links are there. And the romance readings are going to be based on birthday, so don't forget to include that detail, and then make sure that you... that'll be coming out towards the end of December. So go sign up for that if that interests you. And what else? I think that's everything that I have for today. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and I will see you next time.